Football Facts Presents. Best starting 11 coming through the youth ranks of Porto. Goalkeeper. Vitor Baia. Baia is one of the best goalkeepers that we ever witnessed and one of the most decorated footballers. He started his career with Porto, making his debut in 1988 at the age of 19. He soon became the first choice for the club and stayed until 1996, winning 5 championships and 2 cups. He then moved to Barcelona where he stayed for 2 seasons, winning 1 La Liga, 2 Copa del Rey and the Cup Winners' Cup. He returned to Porto in 1998 and stayed there until the end of his career in 2007. On his second spell with the club he won 5 more championships, 3 cups, the UEFA Cup, the Champions League and the Intercontinental Cup. He played 80 times for Portugal, featuring in the European Championships of 1996 and 2000, and the World Cup of 2002. When Scolari became the head coach of Portugal, Baia never received a call, and it is often argued that if he was the goalkeeper in the European Championship of 2004, Portugal might have won the title. Centre-back. Fernando Couto. Another big name in Portugal's history is Fernando Couto. He started his career with Porto but was soon released, only to return just after 2 years where he became a very important first-team member. He left in 1994 to join Parma after he had won 2 championships and 2 cups. With Parma he stayed 2 years and won the UEFA Cup. He joined compatriots Baia and Fico at Barcelona in 1996 and won the Cup Winners' Cup and both the championship and the cup. In 1998 he joined Lazio where he would stay for 7 seasons, winning 1 more Cup Winners' Cup, the Italian Championship and the Italian Cup twice. He played 110 games for Portugal and scored 8 goals, featuring in 3 European Championships and 1 World Cup. Centre-back. Ricardo Carvalho. Coming through the youth ranks of Porto, Carvalho had several loan spells before breaking into the first team at the age of 23. He was the first team choice in both the UEFA Cup success of 2003 and the Champions League of 2004. He also won the Portuguese Championship 3 times and the Cup once. When Mourinho left for Chelsea he took him in London where he would stay for 6 years, winning the Premier League 3 times and the League Cup twice. He later played for Real Madrid and Monaco, winning both the La Liga and Copa del Rey with Real Madrid. With the national team he played 89 times and scored 5 goals. He participated in 2 World Cups and 3 European Championships, winning the Euro of 2016. Right back. João Pinto. Pinto is one of the best and the most important footballers in Porto's history. He spent his whole career with the club and served the right side of defense between 1981 and 1997. He played 587 games for the club, which brings him on the first place of all-time performers of Porto, and also scored 20 goals. During his time with Porto he won 9 Portuguese championships and 4 cups. In 1987 he captained the team due to the absence of Fernando Gomes, on its first European Cup success against Bayern Munich. He played 70 times for Portugal and scored 1 goal. He featured in European Championship of 1984 and the World Cup of 1986, at a period where Portugal had not been able to qualify in many final tournaments. Left back. Rui Jorge. The Portuguese left back is probably most known for his time with Sporting Club and the national team, but he is a product of Porto's youth system. In fact, Jorge stayed 6 seasons with Porto and won the championship 5 times. In 1998 he joined Sporting where he would have the best years of his career. He stayed on the team for 7 seasons, winning the Portuguese Championship twice and the Cup once. He played 45 games for Portugal and scored 1 goal. He was a member of the team in the World Cup of 2002, and the European Championships of 2000 and the one of 2004 where Portugal finished as runner-up. Defensive midfielder Ruben Neves. Though he is at a very young age, Neves is considered as one of the best players of Portugal and one of the future stars. He made his debut at the age of 17 with Porto and is contributing to the team during the last 3 seasons. An all-around midfielder, he can contribute both in defensive game and attacking game. At just the age of 20 he already featured twice for Portugal and is expected to be an integral member of a very ambitious squad. He has already played 92 official games for Porto and scored 4 goals. Midfielder José Semedo. The tenacious midfielder started his professional career with Porto in 1984 at the age of 19 and he soon started playing regular football. During the decades of 1980 and 1990, Porto dominated Portugal and Semedo was one of the best players of the squad. He contributed in 8 championships, 4 cups and the European Cup of 1987, though he didn't play on a final. At the age of 29 he suffered a severe knee injury which ruined his career. He never managed to recover from it and left the club 2 years later. With Portugal he played 21 games and scored 2 goals. Right midfielder Jaime Maglas. Maglas is another great player who featured for Porto during the 1980s and early 1990s. He started his career in 1980 and soon became a regular for the team. He stayed at the club until 1995 and had a very important role on the success of the team. He won the championship 7 times, the cup 4 times and the European Cup once in 1987. In total he played 409 games for the club and scored 45 goals, making his the 6th all-time performer. He played 20 times for the national team of Portugal as he featured in the World Cup of 1986. Left midfielder Sergio Conceição. The current head coach of the team had played for Porto at the early stages of his career. He spent time with the academy but left the club at the age of 19. 3 years later, in 1996 he returned to Porto where he would stay for 2 seasons, winning the championship twice and the cup once. He moved in Italy and had spells with Lazio, Parma, and Inter. His time with Lazio was very successful as he won both the Italian Championship and Cup, and the Cup Winners' Cup. He stopped football at the age of 34 after continuous knee injuries while playing for PAOK in Greece. He played 56 times for Portugal and scored 12 goals, featuring in the European Championship of 2000 where he had an amazing performance against Germany, scoring a hat-trick. He also featured in the World Cup of 2002. Forward André Silva. Silva is one of the brightest stars of Portugal at just the age of 21. He became very well known last season where he scored 21 goals in 44 games. At the end of the season AC Milan transferred the youngster for a fee of €38 million. He already appeared 13 times for the national team and scored 8 goals. In 2017 he was called for the Confederations Cup and played in all games, scoring 1 goal, while Portugal finished on the 3rd place. Striker Fernando Gomes. With 355 goals in 451 games, Fernando Gomes stands on the 1st place of Porto's all-time top scorers. He was known for his ability to position himself on the opposition area and his scoring ability, making him one of the most dangerous strikers. His career started in 1974 with Porto and stayed on the team until 1989 with a 2-year spell in Sporting Gijón. He won the European Cup in 1987, though he missed the final due to an injury. Except the European success, he won 5 Portuguese championships and 3 cups. In 1989 he left Porto and joined Sporting Club where he spent his final years. He played 48 games for Portugal and scored 11 goals. He appeared in the European Championship of 1984 and the World Cup of 1986. What do you think of the selection of this squad, and how can you compare this team to those of Sporting Club and Benfica? Check out the videos about Sporting Club and Benfica and comment below. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy our work. Thanks for watching.